Well, hello and welcome to Otley for the highlights of round one of the British Cycling National Circuit Series. 120 riders lined up for the start, and there were attacks from the very get-go, with a few riders each taking turns to solo off the front. Wheelbase Cavendish Castelli in their neon yellow kit were well represented with 8 riders and controlled the bunch at the start of the race, not keen to let anybody get much of a gap. Matthew Webster, however, from Loughborough Student Cycling Club would make a strong move, only to sadly come down with a few other riders after a touch of wheels just a few moments later. Fortunately though, these would be the only downed riders of the day, and the rest of the many laps of the 2.3km undulating circuit would be covered relatively trouble-free. St Piran would lead a few attacks for the first couple of laps, but the first move with really strong legs was from former national crit champion Matthew Bostock, riding off the front this year in the colours of Ribble Rebellion. The team, well represented today, they fielded 6 riders. Matthew Bostock, of course, no stranger to the National Circuit Series, with 5 formal wins under his belt, in addition to 3 Tour Series wins, and also the National Criterium Champs victory in 2022, which he came second in last year as well, and he pulled out a convincing lead on the bunch, with 3 riders caught between in no man's land. Without a super concerted effort to chase from the bunch behind, it was looking more and more like this could be a potentially race-winning move. A few moments later then, and Bostock would be joined by the 3 chasing riders, with representation here from Wheelbase Cavendish Castelli and also Trinity Racing. Now, it was Trinity Racing's Robert Donaldson who won here last year, but he wouldn't be on the start list today. Now, the 4 riders would be joined at the front by 2 attackers trying to bridge across coming into one of the next laps, including Tekker's CC. But it was really going to be game over, at least for now, for that front group, as they were swallowed by the bunch a few moments later, and the next attacks would try and go clear. Wheelbase Cavendish Castelli, always ever present at the front of the race today, would try once more and be joined again by Ribble Rebellion. But these 2 wouldn't stay away, and next it would be the turn of Trinity Racing in the light green to try and go clear once more. A pattern emerging, perhaps, as again this wouldn't stay clear. And next it was the black kit of St Piran, this time with help from the blue of Cycling Sheffield, who chipped off the front before being pulled back in by the white shirt of a familiar surname. It was Ben Wiggins, recently second in the National Under-23 time trial, who tried to chip off the front, before once again we saw Wheelbase Cavendish Castelli dutifully controlling the pace. And coming into the next lap, about halfway through this race with the dark descending on Yorkshire, the race was strung out but ultimately back together once again. James Hartley of Cycling Sheffield will make a huge dig to try and get some distance, once again with Trinity Racing, 3 SRCT and Ribble hot on his heels. And next it would be Tap Callis who had launched an attack to the right side of the road. This would be brought back by St Piran once again as the race neared its finale, and coming into the last lap everything was all back together. We get a bit scrappy on the downhill section on the back half of the course, but Ribble Rebellion would place 3 riders on the front, Tekker's sitting in 4th. Thrive SRCT's William Truelove jumped to the front to lead around the second to last left-hand turn of the day into the final descent with just under a kilometre to go, and with speeds topping 40 miles per hour coming into the final left-hand turn with 150 metres to go, it was Matthew Bostock of Ribble Rebellion who had lead, opening up an unmatchable sprint. Bostock holding on a couple of bike lanes clear to take his 6th National Circuit Series win, ahead of Robert Scott of Tekker's CC in second, and his teammate Jim Brown, also of Ribble Rebellion, who rounded out the podium in 3rd place. So just to recap the top 5, first place Matthew Bostock of Ribble Rebellion, second place was Robert Scott of Tekker's CC, 3rd place Jim Brown, again of Ribble Rebellion, 4th place holding on was William Truelove of 3 SRCT, and 5th place Tim Shawman of Wheelbase Cavendish Castelli. The next race is Ilkley on Friday. We hope to catch you then. This has been Monument Cycling. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you soon.